everybody, we are starting a brand new chapter in math, and this is Module 7, and it is all about measurement. Sometimes we measure how long something is, sometimes we measure how much time it takes you to do something, but in this chapter, we're going to start off with my favorite kind of measurement, and I'm pretty sure it might be some of your favorite kind of measurements too, and that is money. We are going to be counting up money for the first few weeks of e-learning, which I think you'll be pretty good at, because think about it. You've been counting up money all school year long. You've been collecting class cash in your wallets and then going to a store where you pay that class cash. You're very familiar with this. But I will say there's a little bit of a catch. When you were in school, you were counting up your money in dollars. That's when you have bills made of paper where you count up $1, 5, 10, 20. But in math class right now, we're going to introduce you to a new unit of measuring money, and those are cents. And cents are a smaller unit than even just $1. It takes 100 cents to make one single dollar. And we count up cents in lots of different ways. We use metal coins to count up how many cents that we have. So here's our objective. Today, you are going to be able to recognize the value of coins and count up to find their total. You can see that I underlined a few words here. So the words that I underline are ones that I kind of want to break down for you. When we say we can recognize, that means I can look at this coin, I know what this coin is, and I know how much it's worth. That's what the word value means. How many cents is this coin going to be worth? And then later on, we're going to group a bunch of coins together. Maybe some quarters, some dimes, some nickels, and you have to count up how much all of those coins are total. When I think of the word total, I think of in all, where I add to find a greater value. So that means we're going to have a group of coins and we need to figure out how many cents is this all together when we add them up. So now it's time for a story. You can see behind me, I have this beautifully made Harry Money poster, and if you were in your classroom, it would be hanging up in front of you. But this is your classroom now. So this poster is going to be hanging up behind me, and we're going to add a picture onto Schoology so you can look back at it. But on this poster tells a story about a family. They're called the Coin family, and they live in this coiny house, and they do coiny things. And here are the 4 members of the Coin family. Now, pause. Keep in mind that there are way more than just 4 coins out there. You might recognize some other coins, but keep in mind that these are the 4 main coins that we use when we shop. So these are the 4 main coins we're going to have you practice with. Got it? You good? Okay. So the 4 coins in the Coin family are the quarter, the dime, the nickel, and the penny. In this house, the largest, biggest, tallest, muscliest, is that a word? It is now. Muscliest member of the family is Daddy Quarter. Daddy Quarter is larger than all of the other coins. I don't just mean like he's bigger. I mean like he's worth the most amount of cents. He's worth more cents than all of the other coins combined. Daddy Quarter is worth 25 cents. And we represent that, as you can see, with the cent symbol. It's a C with a line through it. We can also show cents by using the dollar symbol. We would just say that we have $0. We don't have enough for 100 cents to make a dollar. The dot tells us how many cents we do have, though. We have 25, 2 10s, 5 1s. Okay? Daddy Quarter is worth more than the others, but he has a fabulous family behind him. He's got Mommy Dime. Mommy Dime's dainty and she's sweet, and you can see that she's much smaller than some of the other coins, but don't let that fool you. Mommy Dime might be small, but she is worth 10 cents, and you can see that with the cent symbol and the dollar symbol. Then there's Johnny Nickel, their son, worth a little less than Mom, 5 cents. And then finally, Baby Penny, which is worth 1 cent. You can see that these coins have the front side and the back side of them facing you. So it's not that there's 2 coins in front of you. It's that I wanted you to see what the front of the coin and the back of the coin looks like, because it's going to be important later. So if I were you, maybe later on I might pause this part of the video. I'll even make like a cute face when you pause it. You good? Okay. So when you come back to do your exit ticket, this is an excellent slide to use so you can see the back of the coins because it's gonna be important later. Okay. Now we call it hairy money because the hairs on their heads help you know how much each coin is worth. Now Daddy Hair, being the biggest in the family, also has the most hair on his head. He has 5 hairs. And it doesn't matter if you're looking at the front or the back side of him. There are 5 hairs on his head. I'm even going to write the number 5 over here. Then you have Mommy Dime. Mommy Dime has like these 2 long flowing hairs that kind of go down her shoulders like a mermaid. I'm going to show them like this. 1, 2, and then you can see it from the back as well. She has 2 hairs. Johnny Nickel has 1 hair. He's grown into his hair. He'll get there. One day he'll have as much as perhaps Daddy Quarter or Mommy Dime, but for now, he's got 1 hair. And it sprouts up like a unicorn. And then there's Baby Penny. Baby Penny does not have any hair yet. Baby Penny is just a little tyke. And so Mommy Dime puts a bow on top of her hair, and we show a bow with a dot. So before you think I've just lost my mind, let me tell you what these hairs mean. So Daddy Quarter has 5 hairs on his head. If each hair was worth 5 cents each, that will tell us how much the coin is worth in all. Are you ready? I'm going to count by 5s as I reach each hair. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. With 5 hairs on his head, that reminds me that Dad is worth 25 cents. The same trick works for Mom. If I count by 5s on each of her 2 hairs, then I can figure out how much her dime is worth. 5, 10, 5, 10. You guessed it. It's the same thing for Johnny Nickel. Are you ready? 5. That's it. Baby Penny's a little bit unique. Baby Penny doesn't have any hair on her head, but she has that really cute bow, and each bow on her head is just worth 1 cent. So we use hairy money as a tool to help us count up what each of the coins are worth. So we're going to use our hairy money skills on the next few slides to practice. But before we get there, I'm going to have you pause this video right now. What I need you to do is I need you to go get a piece of paper and a pencil. Because yes, you can watch my beautiful face doing this all day long. But if you want to be really good at it, you have to get your own supplies and practice. Are you ready? I'm going to pause my video. Whenever you get back, you'll be on a new slide. Okay? Okay, go get your supplies. Hey, we're back. Okay, so let's keep going. You have your paper and your pencil in front of you. I have my screen. So let's catch up and make sure we have the same things written down. I have 4 coins on my sheet. Can you draw 4 circles on your sheet? You don't need to label anything yet, just 4 circles in a row similar to my screen. Go ahead and do that right now. Good? Are you ready? Okay. Now, the first coin in front of us, if I recognize that large size, is Daddy Quarter. Now, Daddy Quarter has 5 hairs on his head. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to draw 5 hairs on the head of my quarter, and you're going to do the same thing. You're drawing your hairs. All right, you ready? Now, Daddy Quarter has 5 hairs. Mommy Dime is right here. Mommy Dime has 2 hairs. Take a moment and draw your 2 hairs on Mommy Dime's head. And I bet you're using the life skill of common sense and know that you have another Mommy Dime right there. Now, last but certainly not least, we have Johnny Nickel, the son of the family, who's grown some hair, but not a lot. He just has that one little unicorn hair sticking out. So now that we've labeled our coins, we're going to count the mixed coins starting with the largest amount. So Daddy's got the most hair on his head. There's two different ways that we could count up the hairs on their head. The first way is by counting by fives. If you're comfortable with this, you can start on your first hair and you can count by fives until you've counted up all the coins, like so. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, which means that you have a total of 50 cents. Or what you could do is you could count up what each coin is worth and write a repeated addition sentence to find the total of all the coins. So if the quarter is worth 25 and Mommy Dime is worth 10 and another Mommy Dime is worth 10 and a Johnny Nickel is worth 5, I can then use this number sentence to figure out how much I have in all. Well, I know 10 and 10 make 20, so I'm going to shorten my sentence here. 25 plus 20 plus 5. Okay. I know that I can combine these two numbers to make a 10. 25 plus 5 more is 30. Plus 20. And that gives me a total of 50 cents. Now up here I drew 50 cents with the cent symbol. I also want to show you again the other way we can draw the value of cents. We could use dollar symbol. 50 cents is not enough to make a dollar, so I would say $0. 5 tens, 0 ones. All right, so you have your own paper in front of you, and you're basically just doing the same thing that I was doing. But on this next slide, you're going to try it on your own. So I'm going to show you the slide. On your sheet of paper, you're going to draw the 6 coins in front of you and label them using your hairy money. Now I'm going to pause my video, and when I get back, when I re-record it, all of my markings will be on the screen. So pause right now. I don't want you to see what we're doing. I'm serious. Pause. This is your last warning. When it gets back, you're going to get all the answers, okay? Hey, I wasn't warning you. All of the answers are now on the screen. So compare your work with mine. Did we get the same amount of hairs on the head? What did your number sentence look like? Do we have something similar? Or maybe you just counted up by fives and added 1 for every penny. Now on your exit ticket, you're going to have to practice this skill. But what's tricky is that they're going to show you the front and the back of the coin. So if it's helpful for you, go back to the video piece where I showed you this slide, and then you can see what the backs of the coins look like. Your job is that you need to figure out how much each box of coins is worth. You can either write your answer by saying the number with the cent symbol, or you can use the dollar symbol to say that you have $0, but that many cents. It's up to you what you're more comfortable with. I would recommend for you, since it's your first time, draw the hairs on the heads of your coin, but also write down what they're worth on their faces, because that's going to really help you practice. I know it will take longer, but really it'll melt into your brain. And if this is a new skill and it feels uncomfortable, good, you're doing something for the first time. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out if you have any questions. And remember, if you still have a lot of questions before your exit ticket, you can watch the lesson on Zern 2. We're on Mission 7, Lesson 6 if you're stuck. It'll be open and ready for you to watch if you need it. And keep in mind, you can always go back to any part of this video, and I'm going to upload this picture to Schoology. So you have lots of places to ask for help. So good luck and do your best.